A memorial service. Of course, Madikizela Mandela was born at the Mbhongweni village in the area. President Cyril Ramaphosa is set to be the keynote speaker at the event. SABC reporter Zimkhita Manqinana is in Bizana with the latest. Very good morning to Zimkhita. What is the situation like in Bizana ahead of the provincial memorial service, which I believe is expected to take place tomorrow?
A very good morning and a warm welcome to Bizana this morning. Shante, as you can see behind me, there the tent, the marquee that is expected to host thousands of mourners that are expected to gather here tomorrow morning ahead of the provincial official memorial service in honor of the late icon Mama Winnie Madikizela Mandela. Preparations are underway at this stadium here in Bizana. A lot of activities have been taking place since the passing of this icon. A lot of people saying that they want to honor her for the hard work that she's and contribution that she's taken part in fighting for the freedom of South Africans. But now we're going to speak to the mayor of Bizana local municipality, Ms. Daniswa Mafumbata. A very good morning and a warm welcome to this broadcast this morning, Mayor. A lot of preparations are underway, but before we get to the preparations, let's talk about your personal experience and your memories about this international icon, Umama Madikizela Mandela. You are in Zalelwane Yalapa Bizana. You are a resident of this area. What do you remember about her?
Good morning, Zimkhita and the viewers at home. When I'm going to speak about Umama Unomzamo Madikizela, is during her time, I was very young, but I still remember that he was married with Utata Nelson Mandela. Our mothers, they were busy singing for the during the preparations of the marriage. And also one another thing that we remember, Umama, she was a fighter, and also she was somebody that makes his mind. And also, if you talk about Umama at Mbhongweni, Kwampi, in the area where we grow up, we know that Mama, as we're having the electricity now, it's because of Umama Winnie Madikizela Mandela.
Sorry to cut you there, but you do not only have Umama Madikizela Mandela as an icon here. You also have OR Tambo, but you've got very little to show here in Bizana as proof that you have these people that fought so much for the democracy of this country.
Yes, Zimkhita, let me first agree with your statement, but let us say that during the preparations of the centenary of OR Tambo as one of our stalwarts, there was a lot that was done by the government, because if you can witness with myself, if you are going at the front of the tent, you will see that there is a big monument in front that shows that we were honoring OR Tambo. And also there were some electricity in one of the in some of the villages in the area in the honor of OR Tambo and also Umama Winnie Madikizela Mandela. But we can say it's Zimkhita. We know that the development, it is very slow in the area, and it is not supposed to be like that, because this area, it is the area where the stalwarts, they are born and bred here. But we are saying we as the people on behalf of the people of Mbizana, we have the hope that as the president, it is coming tomorrow, so it's going to see the area. Then when they are going back, they are going to fast track the development in the area.
Okay, thank you very much for your time. Well, the president of the country, Mr. Cyril Ramaphosa, is expected to be the main speaker here when that memorial service takes place at Mbhongweni village. We are expecting to see a lot of people visiting that family there as well, giving prayer services to say that they are mourning the death of Mama Winnie Madikizela Mandela. Well, that's all we have. have time for now. It's back to you in Johannesburg.
Thank you very much. SABC's Zimkhita Manqinana in Bizana giving us the details around the memorial preparations down there in the Eastern Cape. Continuing with our coverage of the memorial services throughout the course of this week, marking down the countdown on what would have been Nelson Mandela's 100th birthday. The Nelson Mandela Foundation is currently going to be holding a tribute event to honor the late Mama Winnie Madikizela Mandela. Let's go to Takwana, who is on the ground for SABC. She is with Elo Hatang. Very good morning to you once again, Takwana. We hand over to you as you take us through this morning's proceedings and Constitutional Hill.
Good morning again, Shante. As you can hear behind me, the Soweto Gospel Choir are clearing their voices as the sound is getting ready for them to present their tribute to Mama Winnie Madikizela Mandela. But as you said, here to talk to me about this event, why it was put together, is the CEO of the Nelson Mandela Foundation, and that is Cyril Ramaphosa. But I see that he's still trying to get his ducks in a row and to talk to his people. He'll be here with me in a moment. But if I can just go through the program to say that part of what is expected here is for Minister Ayanda Dlodlo to arrive any moment now. There's a condolences book that's being signed here, and that condolences book will be signed by everyone who will be coming here to Constitution Hill. Also expected to deliver an address is the CEO of Constitution Hill. They have in partnership put together this event. And so, Ntate Hatang, you have sent a message about Mama Winnie. In that message, you go beyond saying we should remember her. You say that we should emulate her. Things like children dying in pit toilets, women being humiliated should not be happening in the South Africa of today if we are to honor Mama.
I think as we remember Mama today, we should all be sitting back asking ourselves, how can I be a better South African, a better active citizen who helps bring South Africa that she wanted, a South Africa that cared about the most vulnerable. A story that I shared recently on Morning Live was about how when I called her about the plight of Palesa Madiba, the UJ student who disappeared, that she not only sent a message, she went herself to the Madiba family to offer a shoulder and to say we stand firm behind you in our quest to find Palesa. I called her when Palesa's remains were found and she was shattered. And I think in her honor, we must then be asking ourselves, how many more children should disappear? How many more should be falling in pit toilets? How many more should suffer from stunting? How many more shouldn't go to ECD centers while we watch? And I think we should then be saying, because she cared about those kind of children, she cared about those kind of people who were deeply vulnerable in every way, we must then deal with poverty, inequality, and racism. The kind of racism that is attacking her personality, we should then be saying we stand firm against that kind of racism.
Talk to us about the theme that has coined this particular tribute. There are so many happening around the country, especially today. How is this one different?
I think this one is about ensuring that we know that Mam Winnie traveled with our founder for a long time. She was on a long journey with him, and through her letters, through their letters, some of the letters which we will publish sometime the next month, in fact, in May. We are hoping South Africa will then see a different side to Mam Winnie, a side that was vulnerable too, a side that sat in a prison cell, feeling that she couldn't be there for her children, she couldn't be there for her community, she couldn't be there even for those who she cared most about. And I think for all of us, we stand firm again saying this kind of remembrance is the one that we open into South Africa and saying, come and enjoy the bit that we know of the two, the bit that connects her to the 100 days before Madiba's birthday. 2018 is forever going to be coined as a special year for many reasons, but one being that it is Madiba's centenary. but that it will mark forever the year that she passed on. To join him and many others on the other side as they watch us make a difference this side.
But I guess we cannot ignore the fact that you are bringing to this stage also the woman who filled Mama's shoes in Tata's life, but also stood side by side with her when Tata passed away, and that is Mama Graça Machel.
That's what we're proud that we're going to have today. We honored that Mama Graça Machel has agreed to come and honor Mam Winnie this way. We also honored that the Deputy Chief Justice will also be here to honor Mam Winnie. We're also going to have people like Ntate Tokyo Sekhwale, who journeyed with her. We're going to have people like Niki Webikicha representing the Board of Trustees of the Nelson Mandela Foundation. All these people will be here saying, may her legacy never be forgotten. That those who are still to be born must remember her for the lioness that she was. The one who stood firm, pushing back police when they were trying to harass young people, when they were trying to have dogs bite young people who were struggling just for human rights. When she visited my township of Kuma in Klerksdorp in the northwest, she came over and she said, you know, the last time I was here, this stadium was exactly the same. May I revisit again, and when I come back it will be developed. Fortunately, the municipality listened and it responded. But I think what I'm saying here is we had a person who was attentive to detail. She paid attention to detail and she tried to make sure that people made a difference in the lives of the vulnerable. Let's deal with poverty in honor in this year of Madiba's centenary.
Thank you so much. That is the CEO of the Nelson Mandela Foundation, Cyril Ramaphosa, as we get ready for this event to get underway around 10 a.m. And as I said, big names, Thandiswa Mbazwai, Anand Singh, Soweto Gospel Choir will be gracing the stage behind me as the event gets underway at 10 a.m. Shante?
Let's leave it there just before we cross back to you within the next couple of moments or so.